Welcome back, everybody, to SpeedConline 2022. We have a real gem here. We have Stevetvonline with DreamWorks Dragon's Dawn of New Riders, any percent of VSync on, the slower of the two categories, but the one that he's the world record holder in. So let's take it away.
Hello, everyone. As MOD just announced, this is DreamWorks Dragon's Dawn of New Riders. This game is one of my favorite speedruns of all time. I really like the How to Train Your Dragon series, and this takes place, I'm gonna say it right now, takes place in between the movies 2 and 3. So if you haven't seen them, I'm sorry. There's gonna be minor spoilers, I guess. But I'm actually. I'm actually going to be joined by MOD. He's going to help with commentator because he is the runner and world record holder, I think, currently of VSync off.
Yes,
so he'll be able
indeed
to explain a couple of different stuff that would happen in the VSync off category.
Yeah, but basically, I'm here to tell you what you could do differently if you were running on PC to save like 7 minutes during this run.
Alright, so the timing isn't going to start right when I hit new game. It's going to be right after the, right after I come back, or the first...
Loading screen.
That's loading screen is done, yeah. So, I will hit new game here, and then I will tell you when to start the timer. So get ready, and... start. Alright, so, like I said, this takes place in between movies 2 and 3, when Hiccup is just in his, still kind of awkward phase. Him and Toothless are flying overhead, and they see a building on fire, or not a building, an island on fire, and they don't know why it's on fire, don't know who this kid is right here. The kid doesn't know who he is, what he's doing there, or why he's there. But, do you know, he doesn't know his name, so Hiccup just says, "Oh, your notebook, it has scribbles in it. Why don't we name you Scribbler?" He's like, "Okay."
Yeah, wonderful naming conventions here, but, I mean, if you know, the main protagonist of the series is called Hiccup, so what do you get?
Yeah, he also asks whose egg that is. He says, "I don't know. Well, since nobody's gonna claim the egg, I guess it's your egg now, so why don't you, defend it a little bit?" If you run into any troubles, there's 2 chests over there that are conveniently placed right over there. There's one that has an axe and one that has a shield. Use it if you need to.
Yeah, and I mean, what could possibly go wrong, right? Oh no, the trappers. Shoot. And they take off with the egg. Well, that's kind of bad. I guess we need to follow them.
Yep. So... after this, after we get both of these items, we're going to be doing our movement. If you want to explain it, since you're the one who came up with this movement, why don't you explain a little bit what we're going to be doing?
Oh yeah, what we're going to be doing. So, to explain this, Scribbler has a dodge roll, and after the dodge roll, if you keep the button pushed, you are sprinting. While you're sprinting, when you attack, you do a dash attack, which makes you jump ahead a little. However, after that, you have like animation lag, so you are normally standing still for like a second or something. However, I found out that you can cancel that attack animation after jumping forward by just doing another dodge roll. So what we're doing here is chaining dodge rolls and dash attacks with each other, and that's currently the fastest bit of movement in the game. However, it's not that easy to control. It's easiest for straight bits of way. If you have to curve around, then just dashing is faster.
Come on, go through there. Thank you.
Yeah, and here we go below that barricade to skip a battle trigger. Oh, you're taking 2 potions. Okay, that's that's interesting.
Well, whatever. Just I'm really rusty and I'm taking very big precautions.
So I am currently, I think, the only one who, in all their runs, took a safety one of these two potions as safety, specifically for the second boss, because the second boss fight, I mean, it is rather easy, but if you make one mistake, you're dead. And having a potion to not be dead is quite good. So I'm taking a safety potion here always, and Steve was making fun of me for it.
I call the second one the MOD potion.
Yeah. So, you know, and now he's taking two of them, so, yeah, you know who to make fun of now.
So this new dragon kind of looks different than any other dragon. Hiccup realizes that, so he's gonna call it a chimera. It's a chimeragon. And since it's like a combination of a bunch of different dragons combined together, we don't have a name for the dragon, so we decided to name him Patches, because he's patched together.
Not Patches, Patch. Please.
Patch.
Please, it's a single patch. It's a single patchwork dragon. So yeah, and if you ever wanted to learn how to train your dragon, just do what Scribbler just did, and you're done. Basically, at least that's what the game says. So yeah, if you just care to see how to train your dragon, sorry, runs over.
So right here, we're going to be coming up on our next trick that's sometimes very important. The other times, it's just fun to mess around with. This is going to be our terror mail. And this terror mail is going to allow for us to... Normally, you wouldn't be able to move during this cutscene, but for some reason, after the terror mail, if you switch and know how to do the switching of the buttons, you can move closer to the exit of this next area by moving closer. And normally, I would do... 1 second, I need to listen in here.
Yeah, I can never get it timed properly.
I thought I had it. Alright. Besides that, we also have another trick, which, if you want to explain that as well, that would be awesome.
Yeah, sure. So, the other thing that we do is the, do we have a name for that? A proper one?
I don't... Character switch? I don't know, really.
Yeah, so the thing is, let me get a bit technical, okay? So, this game uses switches to trigger events like starting of battles. These switches can only be activated by the character that you're currently controlling. So, if you switch your character while rolling over it and switch back after you've passed that switch, you've skipped it, and battles don't trigger. Triggering battles means having those barriers pop up that block your way until you fought the battle. So basically, that's a way to skip every battle in the game. Well, not every battle, but most of them. Yeah, that's what we hope to do for every single battle.
And this is also going to be very important coming up right here. This is actually the most important trick in the game. We're going to be doing that role switching here to skip a dialogue with Astrid, which we just did. If you miss that, you just have to watch 40 seconds of her talking to you, is telling you, "Oh, listen, I have a shop if you want to buy stuff."
Yeah, so
that's literally that's all she's basically saying.
Yeah, I love Astrid to pieces in the movies, but I hate her in this game because she's talking way too much. And I'm sorry for that, but yeah, it is what it is. Okay, I've seen the question. What is VSync? VSync is the vertical synchronization of the lines of your screen. So basically what it means is it caps your game's FPS to the refresh rate of your monitor. Since Steve is playing on console, that means 60 FPS. And on console you cannot switch VSync off. On PC you can switch VSync off, having the game run in more FPS than your screen can show. And that allows us to do 4 skips that this category unfortunately can't do. So that's that's why we call it VSync on and VSync off, because I was basically the one who said, hey, these categories are called PC and console, but I could do the console route on PC if I just switch VSync on. So can we just rename them so I can race against Steve with my PC on his console category? Thank you. And yeah, then that's what we did.
So, another thing that switching allows for us to do, one more fun thing, is you saw me clip through the floor. The game thinks that we're standing on that level if we stand over a specific, under specific platforms. The game thinks that we're standing on the platform, so if we just switch, the game's like, oh, you must be standing up top. So it just switches us back over to the level above us.
Yeah, like the game is really bad when it comes to the Y coordinate of your character position. So you can up or down warp in certain spots, which is really interesting to see. But yeah.
That was actually a really good beginning.
Yeah, that was really good. That was
one thing I'm playing on the Series X, which actually has, strangely enough, a little bit faster loading times in the game than the PC.
At least than my PC, and I still don't know why, because my PC is a murder machine. But yeah, I don't know. Glitches in video games.
So
yeah,
I'm gonna explain a little bit about this before we get up to it. Normally, in order to pass through this entire area, you have to go both to the right and to the left of this area. We're only gonna be going to the left because of that weird glitch to clip through the floor.
Yeah, that up and down warping is really helpful in this dungeon in particular.
What just happened? What?
Oh.
I just went backwards.
That's interesting. Okay, we have a legit that never happened before, because I've never seen that either.
I can't roll. I can't roll.
Let go of the run button shortly, and then press it again.
Nope.
Okay.
Whatever I did, it's skipping everything.
What?
It's skipping. It's literally skipping everything.
Okay. I
could just walk up to it.
What?
Oh, I can't press the A button. I can't get out of this.
This is interesting. I guess you just have to go to the menu and reload.
That was a legit. That has never ever happened before.
I mean, I had myself glitched into the entrance of a room, and I had to go back to the menu. But yeah, that was interesting. I mean, unfortunately, you couldn't get to the hammer.
If I would have been able to get to the hammer, that would have been something else.
That would be so awesome. Because then I would really want to grind how to reproduce that. Huh, okay.
I've done this game 157 times, the speed run, and I've never seen that once.
Yeah. I'm not sure how many runs I did, but not as many as Steve. But I also I've never seen that.
Where am I? I'm back here again. Okay. Hey, I can move.
And you
of course.
And you can draw.
Yeah.
Yay! now you can properly do this dungeon. Okay, so
welcome to the world of speedrunning.
You know, while you repeat what you just did, let me tell you, peeps, that we are still raising money for Save the Children. With the current $138, Save the Children can do quite a bit. with 100 of those dollars, they can supply the shelter and essential supplies uh, a family in crisis needs to survive. Or with 50 of those dollars, they can keep 10 out of school children from going hungry during a pandemic. So they're doing really great stuff with the money that you've donated. Please donate some more so they can do some more good stuff. And also, don't forget, we have still the Ace Combat 2 category choice between New Game and New Game Plus without any donations yet. And Genesis really wants to fight Majora in Majora's Mask. So we still need $73 for that. Please keep donating. So we just saw the one fight that we couldn't skip while I was talking. Sorry, Steve.
Yep. And right now we have the hammer. We are never going to be going back to the axe. That normally you can go back to the axe if you want to, but I don't know why you would do that.
Yeah, I mean the axe does attack faster, but it deals way less damage, and all we care about is damage, raw damage output. Also, after this dungeon, most of the fights we will not fight with Scribbler. Let's put it like that, without spoiling too much.
All right, so this puzzle is hard. We're going to trick it a little bit by going this way, pushing everything that way, and then pushing down. Boy, that was a hard puzzle.
Yep, absolutely. I'm really proud of you that you remembered how to do this.
I am too. Don't worry. Okay, they were nice to me.
And you still thought, nah, I'm gonna take them instead of just running past them.
Well, no, it was because of my attacking.
Yeah, that's what I would say as well.
Alright, so we're gonna meet somebody new. We don't know their name yet. But we just know that they have a bunch of stuff in the way, and we're gonna try and find out where they went to.
Yeah. Did you know that hunters are capable of trapping Patch in the net? It just sits right there in the loading screen.
So, I can't remember Astrid's dragon's name, but it's just sitting there watching her hold off this door that's very obviously she's struggling with.
Yeah, and the dragon's like, yep, it's not my problem.
Alright, so right here, this is the Hot Purple. Hot Purple is, you'll see on the back, we find out the name of this person is Air, and Air is controlling the dragons by putting the poison on the back of their neck there that's controlling them to make them evil.
Yep. And
so each one of these...
we don't really like mind-controlled dragons because we want to be friends with dragons and not mind-control them. So we want to try and free the dragons from that mind control, poison, whatever it is.
Really? 3 times? Alright, whatever. Alright, so right here I'm going to try and do a manipulation. This manipulation was actually found by me.
Yeah, it's really hard to do.
So what we're going to do is while he's flying off into the air, I'm going to step onto this. I'm going to make sure that Patch gets down here in plenty of time. This is going to make him skip the phase entirely.
Nice. Come on, go down. Awesome. So yeah, what that skipped is the dragon shooting 3 fireballs and then having to dash into that pillar.
Why are you still up here, Patch? Okay, we are not going to get over to the other side, unfortunately.
No, that's not going to happen.
Patch decided to not go move down, even though I made him move. Where are we?
I think you didn't make him move.
How did I get off? How did I even get off? I switched over.
Yeah, I think you didn't make him move far enough off the button, so the game still registered him as on the button.
Oh.
And that's why he didn't move away from it. So yeah, these attacks and this dash, that's what we just skipped for the second cycle. And
Oh crap. Yeah, that's fine.
no. I'm never
Really,
using
Patch?
I'm never using the strong attack here.
Oh my god. Please.
And now I know why.
It's not because of that. It was because Patch attacked.
Yeah,
There we go. Alright, we're done.
that's what I would claim now as well.
Alrighty. So now we're done with the hot purple, and now we just wait for him to walk to the center for no reason whatsoever. He could have just flown away from there.
Yeah.
And then we just have a lot of dialogue. But with us, while we're waiting for the dialogue to happen, we are going to be getting a terror mail right here.
Yeah, and that means we're gonna have some fun. Because now we can just walk off camera.
So what's happening right here normally is Patch, because he's a Chimeragon, he is aging up way faster than a normal dragon would. But because of this, we also get a new power, which is going to be lightning power.
Yes. So before he could only shoot ice, now he can shoot ice and lightning, which is really convenient because we need his lightning powers in the next area.
We'll take this. We'll take this one. So normally what would be happening is he's hopped on the back of Patch, but as you can see, he kind of hasn't. And he's just flying off by himself.
Yeah, that's what happens when you do the Terra Mail walking around shenanigans. It's just for fun. It doesn't save any time, doesn't lose any time, so why not do it?
Alright, right here, it's just Hiccup telling you, oh, he's now Broodwing, and you're able to ride on the back of him, on his saddle, which he just magically formed when he became a Broodwing. He was just saying, well, this is how you fly forward, and then this is how you land. And in between each one of the areas, we are going to have to come back to Havenholm.
Yep.
In order for dialogue to happen and story progress.
Okay, Chad, I need your help. Because we will have a slightly longer flight session in just a bit. For every $5 donated, I will make Steve do a barrel roll.
A barrel roll?
A barrel roll.
Yeah, I don't even know how to do it on the game. I've never done it.
You don't?
No, I think it's X, but
yeah, it's just the triggers. I think it's the triggers left and right. So yeah. now I'm calling you out.
I don't care. I've done this so many times, I never had to worry about it. So once again, we're just gonna run away from them. We don't like them. Alright. And so now we are going to go and we are going to fly over to Valka's Mountain. And Valka's Mountain is by far my favorite area in the entire game. There's a trick in almost every screen but one. So if you're a glitch hunter and you just want a random game to try and find glitches for, please find it for the one screen on Valka's Mountain that doesn't have a trick.
Yes, please. Also, we did have a $3 donation, no barrel roll yet, from Floha258, saying, so I've heard Genesis really wants to fight Majora. Well, not really, but I want to see him fight Majora. So thanks again for having me, SpeedCon, and until next time, which will hopefully be on site in spring. Now you sold the barrel roll for $3, not $5. I was trying to make money here. for the children. Okay, whatever. But yeah, thanks Flora for the donation. And if I'm not mistaken, SpeedCon will be having you earlier than next time in spring, because if I'm not mistaken, you will be hosting after me. So, it's not as a runner, I know, but still, SpeedCon's gonna have you.
Alright, I decided to not skip that cutscene. You can skip this cutscene, but I find this a little bit faster to just do that. Whoa, that was weird. Again, I don't know what's going on with my game today, but... Alright, so now we're going into... technically, that screen doesn't have a skip either.
Well, it does. That
well, that's true, yeah. Well, the screen before this doesn't really have one.
Yeah, okay. That's true.
So right here is my favorite skip in the entire game. It's very simple.
This is so nice. You just walk up there and roll over the barricade. Done. It's so good.
So, right here, we still don't know the precise timing, but sometimes you can switch over to Hiccup here, or not Hiccup, wow, to Scribbler here and control Scribbler to get to the exit a lot faster. But we still have no timing for it. It just randomly happens.
Yeah, it randomly happens. Sometimes I switch to Scribbler, but Scribbler still couldn't move during that animation. So really hard to tell what the proper timing for that is. Come on, don't.
Cool.
Okay, don't trigger the fight. I wanted to say.
All right, this is the very first trick that was ever found in the game. This trick that I'm about to do right here. It was shown off to one of the developers of the game who was okay with it.
Yeah, that's a rather easy out of bounds. Also here,
so right here,
we have a fight that triggers automatically, but we don't care because that barricade is not really well placed. Yeah, and
I
then
did
you
get
just
lucky.
Upwarp there, and we're done with that screen.
Okay, so you know that you've gotten the fight skip when you hear them yell there. You know that you've gotten the cutscene skip or the fight skip.
Oh, okay. No, I never really had my attention on that.
Oh.
Never really noticed.
All right, so this is the first area where VSync off comes in handy.
Yeah.
You want to explain?
Yeah. So in VSync off, you can just push the character that you don't control through those metal blocks, so you don't have to hit this statue that Steve just hit, and make those those statues hammer the metal blocks into the correct position. You can just skip all that, and the fun thing is, this way right here is there even when you don't solve the puzzle. So you just walk on air at that point, because the developers did not think anyone would be there without solving the puzzle first. Well, I say the puzzle without hitting that one statue first.
Alright, so right here is a puzzle. I stayed Scribbler there for the sole purpose of we're going to just do a couple of upwarps there. We're also going to be doing the same thing right here.
Yep.
But this time we're going to be doing it with Patch.
Yeah, so here we're doing the upwarps as Patch because personally I find them easier as Patch, especially the second one, because Patch has a bigger hitbox, so he's closer to the edge we want to upwarp to.
Yeah, I did it. That is my worst fight skip for some strange reason. I always struggle with that one.
Oh yeah. For the fight skips, one thing, and I think that's why you struggled with it normally.
Yeah.
After entering a new screen, you cannot switch characters for like a second or two. So and since you can switch characters, you cannot do the trigger skip, because when you roll over the trigger, you cannot switch to the second character. And
so I talked about skips.
And since that fight trigger is so close to the start of that screen, that's why you might roll into it inadvertently when you don't wait a bit. And this is the screen that Steve was talking about. We really do need a skip for this, but we haven't found one yet.
Yeah. All right, first staircase.
Yes, the first
Oh
one.
god, I rolled into it. All right, that's fine.
So now we can show
Now
you,
I can show it off.
yeah, now we can show you what we need to do when we inadvertently hit a battle trigger. We just run to the last screen, and then we just go through there normally, because you can only trigger each fight once. I suspect it's because the game thinks, yeah, okay, he must have finished that battle, so he doesn't need to do it again if he's here the second time. But yeah, they didn't think about what would happen if we just do this and run back.
All right, so this is a skip that literally anybody can do. Just roll off this side and shoot through there, and you have completely solved that puzzle right there.
Yeah, this usually takes like, what, 2 to 3 minutes because you need to run around all over the place. And I'm so happy that we can skip that. I did that once in my casual playthrough and never again.
Alrighty, so now we are done with Valka's Mountain.
Yeah, so let's
and
go
we're heading
to Valka's Mountain Ruins.
Alright, so there's one of the, not the newest skips, it's the newest skip that was found recently is actually inside of the ruins here. And it's going to be right away. We're going to be falling down into the ruins a little bit farther, and we're going to be clipping through a staircase and falling down out of bounds and then re-clipping back in by doing an up warp.
Yep.
I think it saves 20-30 seconds instead of going around.
I'm not really sure because I can't really remember what the normal way around that is.
All right, so right here is, we're gonna go over here. We're gonna stand about right here.
Yeah.
Flip through.
We clip. We down warp through the stairs. Let us fall down into the void, and then up warp to the platform below us. Really, really interesting stuff.
Yeah. And I have to give a shout out to Lost Speedrunning, who is the founder of most of these tricks.
Yeah.
Well, got it.
Yeah, nice.
First try.
So the interesting thing here is when you're pushed into the water, you will get reset to right where we want to be with the door opened. So if you just hit that switch through the bars before that, then you're right where you want to be, which is awesome.
And the trick that I did right there only saves like a couple of seconds. Normally you would have to wait, you would have to stand on the lever with Scribbler.
Yeah.
Let it drop down and then walk through, but you can just clip around it like I did.
Yeah, so basically if you don't get it first try, you've already lost time.
Yeah.
Compared to doing it the intended way. And if you... So personally, if I take more than 2 to 3 seconds to squiggle onto that ledge, then I'm just gonna go, yeah, okay, let's just stand on that freaking button. I don't care.
Alright, we're going to hit this and go through. Hopefully, okay,
Yep.
We're good.
Nice.
So sometimes it just doesn't work, and you automatically...
Yeah, sometimes you're just a tiny fraction of the teleport point to the next room. And yeah, then you have to watch a short animation, losing a few seconds.
Yeah, normally you wouldn't be able to walk through there. You would just be stuck with Scribbler there.
Yeah.
Alright, so now we're going to go through and we're going to go back up here, and that block that we actually hit down, we're actually going down that path this time.
Yep. We just hit it over there because we were there already as Scribblers, so why not? You know?
Yeah.
Why not do that early?
So I'm going to do the thing that MOD has told me to do. Once I get up at the top of these staircases. If I
let-
hit here and
let's-
turn straight around.
It's really finicky. It's really finicky. Oh,
There
come
we
on,
go.
that hit. Okay. So angles in this game are really, really finicky. Like even if you hold straight to the right, sometimes your character is angled slightly lower or slightly higher, and the shot doesn't connect. It's really annoying, but yeah. I mean, third shot is quite good.
Yeah, oh yeah. Especially, you would have to normally just go around the corner there, but if you go up to that ice, or that snow that's there, and then turn straight around, most of the time you're going to hit it if you turn, like, directly around.
Yep. Shout out to having notches for aiming. I don't think that would work properly, to be honest. Because I'm pretty sure I'm straight on to the right on my controller, and nope. Still, I'm still aiming. The aim is still off. So yeah.
All right, we're coming into the worst fight, well, formerly worst fight in the entire game.
Yeah, so this is basically my second, well, this is my first contribution to the speedrun, figuring out that this fight has so many safe zones to stand in, where you cannot get hit. Yeah. But first we have a bit of dialogue with Ayer. Do you know what they're talking about here? I can't remember.
She's kind of, I think she's explaining her story at this point for the first time. The reason that she's decided to control the other dragons is because she lost her dragon, and Patch reminds her of her dragon. It was a hybrid dragon, just like him. So if she can't have a dragon, then nobody can have a dragon.
Yeah, so really selfish reasons, to be honest.
All right, so this first wave is just waiting till it goes up into the air to breathe the fire, and you just run away from it.
Yeah.
Very simple.
Yeah, so what I usually do is I run straight at the top and just run down as soon as he's about to breathe fire. Because then I know I'm definitely away from the fire with both characters. But this works just as well.
Then we're gonna stand into the middle here, because he's gonna come flying by, and this is the only safe spot. Then we're gonna go over here.
The other two statues as well, but they are not as wide. So
okay, I'm gonna try and see if this will work. This technique will work. Oh, come on, please. Please.
Get hit with an ice bomb.
Oh my god! Oh.
Why the ice bomb?
All right, we're fine.
Okay. So these attacks that you just saw there, the game never tells you that you can do that with Patch. So Patch also has a dash attack, which is when he's twirling around, but the game never tells you that she can do that.
We think it was just a dev-only thing to get past some of the fights. We're not exactly sure.
Yeah, or they just forgot to mention it. I mean, that could also be the case. Or they were like, hey, I mean, you know dash attacking, so why should we mention that the other character can do it as well? But,
we just have no clue.
It is kind of weird. It is kind of weird.
I'm gonna count here once I see it disappear. 1, 2, 3. Then I can attack.
Nice. Okay, then the second Ayer phase, which is the most annoying one. Yeah, because
there we go. We're good.
Okay. Because of her whirling her stick around.
And here's the one. You want to explain how annoyed I was with you for this one?
Yeah. So, the dragon will appear at first the right, then the left, then the right, either at the top corner where he's now, at the bottom corner, or in the middle. When he appears in the top corner or in the middle, you stand in that lower edge at the side where the dragon is at. So all the way to the left, all the way down. That's where you stand, and there's a safe zone. You cannot get hit there. When he's in the bottom corner, you go to the top corner of that side, and yeah, you cannot get hit. It's as easy as that.
I struggled with this fight just because of this phase and this phase alone.
Yeah,
and Mod was getting annoyed with me.
And this phase is so easy if you just see those safe spots. And I saw them in my casual playthrough. And I was like, how could you not see that? It's so easy. Oh, and yeah, this is now his ultimate move. And if you just go up there and hide behind the statue, you cannot get hit as well. So again, really massive safe spot.
All right, and then the roar is now 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we can go.
I've never figured out those timings. I'm just going by the visual on that.
Oh god!
You're not good at stun locking her.
What just happened? Oh!
Ooh. I guess you should have taken the second potion that you still had.
Yeah. So we're gonna be doing this fight over again.
Well,
I thought I was safe. Hey, I have 2 potions again for some reason.
Yeah, the save reloaded. And at the save, you had 2 potions.
Oh, okay. So I finished up the fight. I thought I was good.
Yeah, so that's basically now what, 5 minutes time loss or something?
I don't know.
Something like that. I think dying in the last phase is like 4 to 5 minutes of time loss. Which is fine. The estimate is like an hour 15, I think you said?
Yes, an hour 15.
And your world record is an hour 7 or something?
Hour 6.
Hour 6, sorry. My bad. So, yeah. Even with those 5 minutes, we are still good. But it is just annoying when it happens. Especially since Ayer died as well. It was a double KO.
Yeah.
So, yeah. However, now maybe you can see the other safe zones now, because the Stormcutter was only at the top, which is kind of lame,
Yeah.
So.
Oops. Better get over here. Okay, we're good.
She is, yeah. Ayer is really, really strong. She does do quite a bit of damage, and that fire deals quite a bit of damage.
Yeah.
And it deals like a heart of damage every few frames that you're standing in that fire. You die within a second, which is really annoying.
Okay, I'm getting good air fights now, of course I am.
Yeah. What used that one potion already?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So now you see he's at the top, at the bottom corner, and look at how large that safe zone in the top is. It's massive. So the only position that's really annoying is when he's in the middle, because then you need to really squeeze tightly into the corner. Yeah. No, that's middle. That's bottom corner. Oh, top corner works as well.
We got it.
Okay.
Yep.
Good to know. I did not see that, or at least I never tested that. But good to know. And that spot seemed larger than the bottom one, so I need to remember that. Yeah. Okay. Now. The other one.
All right. Now let's get this final phase done and over with, and actually continue on with the game.
Yes, please.
This is why it's still
Please don't mess up again.
yeah. The air is probably the worst part of this fight now. Honestly, now that we have like all the safe zones for
absolutely
for the dragon, air is the worst part of this entire fight.
Yep, absolutely. Air is the only part of this fight where I might die, so that's why I take the potion at the start.
Oh, I should go over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Nice.
And the final phase. Let's go.
Okay, come on, come on. Just kick your ass.
Oh god. Okay.
Okay.
There we go. We're good.
Nice. Good one. I was getting kind of scared there. I was getting a bit scary.
Alright. So now that we have that done and over with, she's like, how could you defeat these dragons?
The power of friendship. Or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
This is...
oh no, it's not an anime. It can't be friendship. Must be something else.
So right here, once again, Patch is going to be aging again.
Yeah.
But with aging also comes another power-up for us, and that power-up is going to be fire.
Yeah, which... Oh wait, we're playing VSync on, so we needed a little more.
Yeah.
We do need it a little more, but not as much as the game intends us to do.
Right. Yeah, Bloodbriar regular is fine. When we get into the runes, that's when it becomes a little bit more difficult.
Yeah.
Alright, that was miserable, but we will continue on.
We will just never talk about that again, unless I need to tease you with something.
Alright, so now we have to head back, and we're going to tell everybody about air, and find out how to actually stop air.
Yeah. And stop the aging process for Patch. Because, you know, rapid aging also means rapid not being alive anymore due to old age. And we don't really want that.
Coming up to Havenholm, we're going to get a dialogue box right here that normally wouldn't happen, but because we skipped it inside of the game there, it's just going to say this is how you land or something. I can't remember what that dialogue box is, to be completely honest.
No, that dialogue box is how you look at the map, because that dialogue box usually comes when you first start from Havenholm to fly to Valka's Mountain. However, since Steve took flight before the other text boxes could appear, those text boxes took precedent after taking flight. So that's why the other text box that should have appeared earlier appears now. So yeah, really interesting. If you know a bit about programming, it's really interesting to try to figure out why the stuff that happens here happens, and it's not really that hard to figure out as well.
So, because of the Terror Mail, all I like to do there is try and see if I can run into the other dragons on the other side. You saw the tail, which was actually Valka, which, kind of spoiler alert coming up, Valka is Hiccup's mother.
Yes. You would have known that already if you had seen the second movie.
And if you haven't seen the second movie, I would strongly, highly suggest it, because 2 and 3 are just as good as 1. In my opinion. In my opinion.
I liked Astrid better in the first one, but other than that, yes.
Alright, Bloodbriar. We have one more Astrid skip that we have to do. The last one after this is very simple. This one is probably the hardest one to skip. I thought it froze for a second. I was like, are you kidding me?
I don't think I ever had trouble skipping this extra dialogue. Oh, wait, no, I missed it once.
There we go. We're good.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So now we don't have to worry about it. So
Wonderful.
coming up, right here you can skip this dialogue box, but I would never know where it is.
Yeah.
So I just let it go.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a long dialogue, so I never cared enough. So here we just run around, get hit by arrows, because why wouldn't we? I would have switched to Scribbler earlier, because you need Scribbler up here, and now he's fighting the dragons. Oh, you're doing that one. You're doing the new skip of that. Okay.
There we go. I did it. I just wanted to show it off.
Okay. Fine.
So that is the most recent skip that was found in the game.
Yeah, and if your movement is good, doing it the regular way is faster. So
right. But I just didn't. He was already stuck by the other dragons, fighting the other dragons, so I just decided to show it off.
Yeah, I usually just switch to Scribbler really early in that map and just run through as him. And then I don't have that problem with him being stuck fighting dragons. Oh, here in this map, you do not want to miss the battle skip.
Yeah, this is the longest one because you have to go all the way back if you miss it.
Because that battle trigger is right in the middle of this bridge.
Whew,
so
got it.
So you would have to run all the way back, and then all the way there again. If you missed that battle trigger, if you missed skipping that battle trigger, and that would be annoying.
Okay, this is the other skip that was just found recently. Oh. Normally we would walk back. Normally we would walk backwards to get around that. Yeah. We can just walk around. Well, normally we can just walk around. There we go. We can just walk around it without walking out.
Oh, that's cool.
You didn't know about that one?
No, I must have missed that in the Discord.
Yep.
Okay, good. Well.
All right.
Even as world record holder in one of the categories, you can still learn new stuff.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Or have new things happen.
That might help getting my time to sub 1 hour. Oh.
Yeah, we're very close. We're very, very close to getting sub. Well, he is in VSync off.
Yeah, I'm like an hour and a few seconds currently. So.
Okay, here we go. This is my least favorite skip in the entire game.
Oh yeah, this one's kind of annoying. Because even though you create an ice platform there, Scribbler can still fall into the water. Which doesn't make sense, but that's how it is.
So this is another area where we actually wanted to do that first so we can spawn him back over. We're gonna fall down here, stand about right here. We're going to
Oh, that's how you do that's how you do that. Okay.
There we go. Alright, so normally right here, if you're playing on VSync off, you don't have to go all the way up here the second time, if I remember correctly.
You don't do any of these two. You don't go to the two sides. You can just... what we do in VSync off is we push a patch into these two metal barriers, have him fall out of bounds, and up warp to behind those barriers.
Please, let's go. Thank you.
Which is a bit of a bit finicky. Sometimes you just lock him in place with him not being able to really fall out of bounds. Then you just have to reset the whole thing by going back a bit. But yeah.
Please, Scribbler, just run past him. Just run past him, please. This is the biggest one for me where he just likes to stop and fight and die. No,
Yeah.
okay, you're fine. You're fine. There we go.
Yeah, that's one of the screens where I really like to use the phrase "Scribbler, if you die on me now, I'm gonna kill you." Uh,
All right,
'Cause-
so right
yeah.
here, all we're gonna do. Normally, you would have to use your fire here to see where the path that you have to take, but we know where all the holes are in that section, and we just run past it.
Yeah, well, what Steve means is he knows where all the holes are. I'm constantly falling into one and the same hole.
We're gonna roll off right here and just walk back up.
But yeah, also because I just saw Blood Dive posting it in chat, he will be the runner for Ace Combat 2, the run after this one, and we still don't know if it'll be New Game or New Game Plus because neither of these options has any donations towards it. So
Cool.
if you want to drop $1 into one of those categories or more, every dollar is appreciated. But if you're so inclined to donate $1 from one of those categories, just so Blood Dive knows what he will play, that would be awesome.
All right. Once again, this is where VSync off comes into play. It comes in handy.
Yeah. So on VSync on, you just saw 3 pieces of metal there, and each one of those can be moved out of the way with one of these electric statues. On VSync on, you need to hit all 3 statues. On VSync off, we just need 2 of them. The one that Steve is going to right now, we skip. And then we can just, again, push Patch through the iron, because on higher frame rates, Patch's atoms, because he's a Chimera gun, right? His atoms are so shaky that he can pass just through a bit of iron. And that's how we push him through there.
Really? Oh, that was weird. All right.
But yeah, with 60 frames per second, his atoms are just not vibrating enough so that he can't make it through there. I really like that explanation.
So I had to explain a little bit. I don't know any of the puzzles in Bloodbriar. I bought this game specifically for the purpose of speedrunning. So when I got to here, I finally said, screw it, I'm just going to learn the speedrun route, and I know none of the puzzles in Bloodbriar or the runes.
I did one full casual playthrough without doing any speedrun stuff.
Hello? Thank you. Jeez.
And this maze takes quite a bit of time because, again, you have to go all over the place, back and forth. And it's really annoying.
Cool, got them both. So, we always struggled to get Patch through, or Skribbler through here, and he would die. So I think I was watching MOD's stream one time, and he's like, "Why don't I just control Skribbler so he doesn't die here?"
Yep. So basically, if Skribbler has enough health, I'm just gonna run through there as Patch because I will have Patch in control at that point. If he's low on health, I'm just gonna run through here as Patch, as Skribbler, just so he doesn't die.
Forgot to skip this cutscene.
You're costing us time. What are you doing? First you do that weird glitch in Havenholm Ruins. Then you die to Stormcutter, well, to Ayer in the Stormcutter fight, at the very end of the fight. And now you're costing us time here with unnecessary cutscenes. What are you doing? I thought you were a speedrunner.
There we go. Okay, I got that cutscene skip at least.
At least it's something.
Okay, so this next Astrid cutscene skip was found by me. Well, not it was found by Lost speedrunning, but where to stand was found by me, and that's the last time we'll have to skip it.
Yep.
Astrid.
Yep.
Oh, you still made it past somehow. Okay. Okay, this is the worst puzzle ever. I hate this puzzle with a passion.
It's so easy if you know what you're doing, but I mean, you know, apparently Steve doesn't know what he's doing. So
Well, I know what I'm doing. It's just annoying.
it doesn't look like it. Because you're being slow.
There we go. One more. Set.
You know, this kind of feels like me being the annoying older sibling of two brothers playing together on the couch, and I just want to reach over, grab the controller, and do it myself because I do it better.
Okay. Okay. So that's another one that I always mess up because I don't wait. I don't wait patiently.
Yeah, that again, the battle trigger is so early on the map. You really do need to wait that 1 to 2 seconds to be able to skip over it. And if you are too much in a hurry, then you will have to do a fight.
All right, so we're coming up on the next. Well, not just yet. I always think it's earlier than it actually is.
No,
you do here.
It is right here.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, go ahead.
In VSync off, what we can do on the stairs where we just were, at the bottom of the stairs, we can push patch over the loading trigger for the earlier area.
I went the wrong way.
Then we roll out of bounds off that stairs. Let me think. We roll out of bounds, down warp to the stairs below us, and hit the loading trigger there to skip the entire floor of this. So on VSync on, you don't do this puzzle.
VSync off.
VSync off. Yeah, sorry.
And I went the wrong way anyway, so that doesn't really help out.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, what are you doing? Thought you were a speedrunner. Come on, man. And you're supposed to be the world record holder.
Yeah, but when I'm rusty, it really doesn't help out much.
That's why you practice before a marathon run.
Alright. Usually you're scribbler through there, but took a different pathing there, I guess.
I mean, it doesn't matter too much. Just now you had to switch characters once more.
Yep.
So yeah, these boulders need to be in that exact position, so the ice boulder can be hit down, through there. Now the cutscene triggers, so the camera goes there to where the cutscene is.
And this time you actually can't move.
Yeah.
And now I have to go the right way.
Yeah.
The way that I did last time. I already saw me go through here. I like to try and see if I can make Scribbler just not go through with us, but there he goes. He got trapped.
So yeah, all of this is skipped in VSync off, which is the most significant skip compared between both routes.
Thought I had it. So you can skip this cutscene completely.
Yeah, I never really had problems doing it. I ran into it like once or twice, but I haven't run this category all that often, so percentage-wise, once or twice is still quite a bit.
So because I've never done this casually, I don't know how this puzzle, like how you would solve this normally. This puzzle normally, you can just hit those two and you walk in.
Yep.
And you're done.
You can just squeeze yourself between the boulders. I'm not even sure if I did it the intended way or if I cheesed it in any way when I did it casually. But yeah. Oh yeah, this is a fight you have to do in VSync on. I always forget about it because it's so quick.
You don't do that fight?
Huh?
You don't do that fight in VSync off?
No, we skipped the entire floor.
Oh, okay. I thought it was caught back up.
No.
At this point.
Oh no.
Alright, I switched over to lightning there because lightning has the longest range.
Yep.
Cool. So now we're just gonna run back the way we just came.
Yeah.
All the way back.
Those stairs that you just freed the way to. When you go down there, that's when we catch up.
Ah, okay.
That's where I land in VSync off when doing the skip. So now we're in territory that I'm familiar with again.
This is another really funny skip to me. I usually use patch here because it's a lot easier. Alright, cool. So we just activated the fight scene. The walls go down and you're supposed to be fighting them. We don't need to fight them at all. We can just go over here and then up warp, and we've just completely skipped. I don't know how long that fight is normally.
The thing is, you wouldn't land where you are now after the fight. You would still have to walk some other ways, and I don't know. So yeah, skipping that fight in that way really saves quite a bit of time.
Alright. So that is an unskippable cutscene.
Yep. Unfortunately.
Oh, missed. Got it.
Aim!
Alright, so I do this a little bit different. I actually have a potion. I might not even need to do it the way I normally do it. So right here, we're just going to down warp. I did that pretty decently, and then we're just going to run. I'm not even going to worry about the potion because I already have one.
Yeah. Who needs potions?
Normally
anyway?
Normally I would switch.
Come on, for this boss fight, who needs a potion? You can't get hit.
If you do it correctly.
Yeah, you can't get hit.
So we found a cheese. This is supposed to be like one of the harder bosses. We have found a really big cheese in this boss fight.
Yeah. Are you using the cheese? Or,
I am not. I'm using the original one that we had.
Oh no, you're also not using the fire strat that Lost found, or?
No.
Oh, were you? Okay. So yeah, there are quite a few ways around this boss. So what's been found so far is when you do dash attacks as patch, sometimes you will be raised up above the dragon and can skip him that way. I never figured out how to do that.
Nobody knows how to do that.
Then Lost found a way to insta-kill him, or insta-defeat him. We don't kill dragons here. To insta-beat the boss with one charged fire attack. I couldn't get that to work either. So what we're doing here is another cheese. If you position yourself correctly, that looks about right.
Yep.
You can hit the potion vial on the head up to 2 times. Every time he comes back from his attack to the side. I wouldn't spam that. Okay, you can do that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that before, and I've gotten some hits off of it.
Yeah. Okay. So what you're supposed to do is first up to destroy the vials on both of his feet by running up to them and destroying them. Then hit those electric statues that you can see in the background on both sides, and then go to the middle again and hit the vial on his head. What you can instead do is position yourself right there, hit the vial on the head up to 2 times, as I said, whenever he finished this attack. And after exactly 10 hits to the vial breaks, and the game is like, yeah, okay, the vial on the head is broken, so the rest must have been done as well. The boss fight's over.
Come on, game. I don't know how many I've done. I wasn't even counting.
Yeah, neither was I.
There we go. There we go.
Nice. So yeah, now we are just positioning ourselves so that we can get as quickly to that door in the background as possible once the way there appears, which is now. And yeah, now we can stock up on potions if needed.
Just for safety.
Okay.
Yeah, I got
one
it.
last dialogue box here that's just saying, hey, if you go any further, you cannot turn back, because this is the final boss fight.
So a little bit about it's a little bit about the story. Right before we went into the Crimson Gore Gutter, Air's like, we ask Air, hey, do you have a way of stopping aging Patch here? And she says, well, yeah, I do have a way of stopping aging Patch, but do you want him to stay this age his entire life? And we're like, well, no. Well, why are you still doing this? Why don't you join us? She says, why would I want to join you when I can have any dragon that I want?
Yeah.
So this was our last chance, and she still says no, so we just said, fine. If you won't join us, then we'll stop you.
Yep.
Here and now.
Yep.
So all we're going to do is we're going to run in some circles. That's basically this fight.
Yep. Lately, I've been running in circles, watching, waiting for something. I think the Rasmus was talking about this game with their song in the shadows. Yeah. So,
there we go. Ow. There we go.
You would think those falling boulders would hurt when they hit you. They deal like half a heart of damage.
They can also hurt Air, which I've found out multiple times.
They can hurt and stun Air. So yeah, first phase, she's throwing one of her elemental bombs 3 times. Second phase, she throws 2, and you can guess what she will do for this third phase once she's back there. Correct, 3 bombs at a time.
Alright, yeah, this is the only reason we run in a circle is just so we don't get hit.
Yep.
Ow.
That worked well.
Okay, we got the final stun lock. Okay.
Yeah, nice.
And that is the last air fight. That is not time. We still have a little bit more dialogue to go.
Yeah.
And that is basically there's no more tricks. It's just flying back to Havenholm at this point.
Yeah, it's just.
And with that,
flying back to Havenholm, doing button mashing for dialogue, and that's it.
But this is MOD and I agree one of the better songs in the entire. It's after this cutscene right here is the better one. Some of the best music in the entire.
That's
game.
true. That's true. Really good music there.
All right. So at this point, Patch is just way too old. Is not able to really fly. As you can see, we cannot go any faster.
No. He's just tired.
Oh, he's just tired. Yeah.
He's just tired and can't fly because of that. Come on.
Yeah.
Go with my lore.
Yeah, he's very, very tired.
Yeah.
And we cannot fly any faster than this just to get to Havenholm.
Yeah. However, you will see once we're in Havenholm, and if you were to control Patch at that point, he can just roll around normally, no trouble at all.
Yeah.
So that's kind of weird, but hey, it is what it is. Yeah, you see no loop-de-loop when landing, just slowly lowering down because he's really, really tired. I mean, it is because of old age, of course. I mean, if you know, but the older you are, the easier you get tired.
Yeah, so we come back here and we talk about Air. That Air is finally defeated, and
Yeah.
So with that,
during the talk, Patch just can't do it anymore.
Kind of.
He's just falling asleep.
Yeah, really, really, really tired.
Yeah, really tired, falling asleep. And
so falls over, and then we're gonna get a terror mail, and
terror mail is gonna so frightening that Patch is just gonna jump up from his sleep. All is good, no trouble at all.
So in reality, he collapses, and the terror mail tells you to take him over to the resting point for dragons in their final time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the timing will happen right when the credits start. But for some reason, my credits are a little bit different than every other player's ever in existence. So we find out that because he's a Chimeragon, he's actually going to just be spawning in. The dragon we saw at the very beginning was actually Air's dragon. And Air was the one that destroyed the island at the very beginning, and this Chimeragon will age up really quick, but then it will be reborn again as a new Chimeragon.
Yeah, it's basically a phoenix.
Yeah.
It basically has phoenix powers. Looks a bit different now after it's reborn. Okay, fine. But other than that, we've got Patch back.
All right.
Also, I like to pretend that this whole dialogue took 3 days, so he's basically Dragon Jesus.
All right, so timing will be coming up very shortly here. There's like 2 more dialogue boxes. Everybody will start walking away, and then you'll know that the time will be happening. And time. Alright, so I just want to say, first off, this is a title screen. This is supposed to be filling up the entire screen. For some reason, my game does not allow for that and just shows the very middle as the credits scene.
Yeah.
It used to work fine, but then it just did this one day.
Well.
But anyway, thank you for watching Dragons Dawn of New Riders. I would have loved to show it off a little bit better, but what can you do?
I was about to say, I'm really disappointed you are overestimate. You're overestimate, my friend. What do you have to say for yourself?
It can be shown off a lot better. If you want to see it run better, this is probably my most run game, my favorite game of all, my favorite speedrun of all time. If you're interested in running the game, we have a Discord for every single How to Train Your Dragon game available. That includes the original, number 2. I'm not sure if 3 had a game, but there's also DreamWorks Dragons Dawn of New Riders, as well as the game I played earlier, DreamWorks Dragons Legend of the 9 Realms. If you're interested in running any of that, go to Discord. We'll gladly help you out. We're looking. We still have yet to have anybody do a 100% run. So if you want a free world's record, go ahead and do a 100% run. We don't have any route on it yet. This is a very small community, but they're awesome. We keep on finding new stuff just randomly out of nowhere. But yeah, thanks for watching. Do you have anything, MOD?
Well, thank you for the run, and thanks SpeedCon for having me as a host. Well, for convincing me to host for this event. There was the game released just a few days ago that usually I wouldn't have hosted now, but I had the chance to host for your run and commentate at the same time, and I just couldn't say no. So yeah, thanks SpeedCon for having me. This is the end of my hosting shift. I'm going to give over to the wonderful Floha258. We will have Ace Combat 2 by Blood Dive as the next run. And we still don't know if it's New Game or New Game Plus, so please, someone during this upcoming intermission, donate just $1 for either of these options. Please. And yeah, with that, we're off, and keep watching.